We are also tracking the historic launch of Artemis 2.
We have crews all across the state to bring you live team coverage today. We also have our teams in the newsroom right now working to bring you the very latest on the mission.
Wing security analyst Richard Kolko is in the newsroom. Rich, time is getting short. What is the Artemis team doing right now?
Exciting day for Artemis. We see them strapped in. They spent several hours putting their suits on. It looked back like the old Apollo days, very exciting. Then they had that walk out the hallway, and then they got in that truck, rode out to the rocket, and up the elevator. They got strapped in. It takes a lot of hours to get them strapped in. Not very simple, very clean process, highly trained personnel, and now they're about strapped in. They're doing final checks, as we just heard. I've been watching that NASA feed, and then what'll happen is they'll get ready to close the hatch. That takes a while too. Have to check all those seals, so a lot of work still needs to be done. Other thing that we did is they spent a good deal of time fueling the rocket before the astronauts were allowed to go out there. You can see that they've got a list, we've got a graphic here that shows fueled, and now once the hatch is shut in the next short while, the next big thing will be the last debriefs from the flight director. That happens about an hour before the actual launch, but until then the astronauts are going to be strapped in their seats, ready to go.
Thank you very much. We're going to be checking in with you throughout the night here, keeping track of what's going on. There's no sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight at this point. There's an awful lot of work to be done.
Absolutely.
Rich, thank you. We'll check back with you soon.
Launch.
Wing security analyst and retired FBI agent Richard Kolko joins us live in the Wing newsroom. And Rich, if all goes well, the Artemis 2 will lift off in about 2 hours. So what are the astronauts up to now?
Well, I connect with the as the retired FBI agent, but it's the retired Navy pilot that makes me such a fan of what's going on with the space. We were watching, or I was watching the NASA feed live. We saw the close-up process. We saw the astronauts get strapped into their seats. Very complex, took several hours, but then shutting that hatch also takes a while. It's a meticulous, step-by-step process by a highly trained crew, checking every seal, checking everything. They've got to make sure that that aircraft is perfectly safe for those pilots and astronauts to go. And once they have that closeout done, they're going to head down to the bottom. A little piece of tradition, the astronauts typically sign the walls before they enter the spacecraft. It'll be interesting to see if they did this time. The next thing that's going to happen is there's going to be a flight director brief. That's about 50 minutes prior to the launch, and then we can expect a 40-minute hold in the clock. That is normal procedure. That's just part of the process. If there's any last things that need to be checked or fixed, and they're going to do those last few things. They're going to move slowly now, but don't forget, when they re-enter after their mission is complete, they'll be going 25,000 miles an hour. I'll be back in about an hour to let you know what they're doing at that time, with less than an hour to go till the scheduled loss. Reporting from the newsroom, Rich Kolko.
All right, thank you very much, Rich.
Continuing our team coverage, we're taking a trip to Tampa.
That is, as you can see, covering Artemis 2 in real time along the Space Coast.
Absolutely. Wing security analyst and retired Navy pilot Rich Kolko joining us in our newsroom now. Rich, the Artemis should be up in about 47 minutes. What are they doing right now?
Well, they're down to the nitty-gritty of making those last checks that they have to make. The astronauts are sealed into the capsule. The men and women that put them in there, they're departing now. And what's happening is the flight director is having a brief. He's having that final safety brief. Everybody's included in that. There's a 40-minute, at the 40-minute, there's a 30-minute hold built into the clock. So people don't need to worry about that when they see that clock stop. That's to be expected. And that may have helped since they had that little thing they had to resolve a little bit earlier there today. But now they've departed, and those last briefings are going to happen. The last weather checks are going to happen, and the astronauts have less than an hour left while they're sitting there. They're going to be doing their environmental checks, making sure their communication checks are completed. Their suits are sealed. They may have picked their visors up. The last few things, and one of the most important things, they're going to go over their normal procedures, but more importantly, they're going to go over their emergency procedures and make sure everything is well versed. These are things they've been practicing for months and months and months, but they want to go over it one last time, make sure everything is all set. So it's going to be an exciting time, and hopefully they will be taking off. And you can see right here, two of these people in these astronauts are Navy pilots. I'm very proud of that. The top set of wings you see, that's every Navy gets that. Those are the wings of gold. But that bottom set of wings, those are naval astronaut wings. Less than 100 men and women have earned those in all time. Very, very significant when you can make that happen. So, but last thing, 12 men have walked on the moon. 7 of them have been Navy pilots. We'll see how the future holds for that. So, reporting from the newsroom, Rich Kolko, back to you.
All right, Rich, thank you. It's so amazing that we might be thinking now about the moon as a base to go somewhere.
Yeah, that's
rather than
right.
a destination
That's
we
right.
need to get to.
Who knows what our grandchildren or great-grandchildren might be doing.